Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is, in fact, a live streaming video podcast by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans. And we are coming to you today with Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1, Chapter 17, The Apostate. I don't know why I added all the extra
titles.
I'm waiting for my shit to load and whatever. That's what you get. But hey, it's back!
Yes! Yes! I thought we had a flashback when this thing opened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that is clearly Din Djarin. That's definitely him as a little baby girl. Or
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Little baby boy. It was weird. I was like, wait a second. How old is this, like that big gruff pissed off guy? Now I'm starting to think in my head, like, is he like a really old man and that's why he's all curmudgeonly to him? He's like, I watched you grow up, boy.
Right. I mean, fuck, I'd believe it.
I loved that opening. I thought it was great. Then just seeing him swoop down, and that what I actually did not like that starship at all. I thought it was just a bullshit rehash, trying to connect, sort of prequel vibes. But now I love it. Like, yeah. I can't get enough of it. It's great.
I'll be honest. The thing that got me for it was watching Grogu go down from the droid pit and then crawl into his lap. Until that moment, I was like, this ship is fucking stupid. And then I was like, oh, God, okay, it's cool.
That moment was so great.
Yes, Chris, join us. We have cookies.
Oh, hey, let's go. I loved seeing that lovey moment because it was contrasted with The Last of Us. Just watching same actor, different playoff. And it was just fucking this touching moment. I was just like, I want to be Grogu in Pedro's lap.
Right.
Let me just curl up. It'd be like that line in Han Solo, you never feel so safe in the lap of a Wookiee or something like that.
Right.
Or in a Wookiee's embrace or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was funny when it was said originally. I just fucked it up.
Nah, whatever. I got it. I laughed.
All right. So this episode was written by Jon Favreau, directed by Rick Famuyiwa.
The guy that's been a part of the series since the beginning.
I just can't. I'm a horrible human that can't read. It was released on Disney Plus March 1st, this past Wednesday, and boy, it didn't really resolve anything or tell us anything new. It was more like a catch-up episode, but I still felt myself entertained the whole time.
I'll be honest, man. I was pretty underwhelmed the first time I watched it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, second time I was like, okay. But I don't know, it kind of felt like a fucking filler episode.
Yeah.
And for it to be the first episode and that's what we got, I was like,
The part that really hit me as the filler part was when he went to the armorer and stated to her the exact same thing that she stated to him in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. There was no point for that scene at all.
What the fuck are we watching this for? Like, why is he even doing that? Why is she doing that? Why are they interacting in this way as if they haven't already had this conversation, which they already had?
Well, the thing, I kind of, upon second viewing and contemplating it sort of makes sense because, Mandalore got glassed. So she's like, yeah, you can only do it this way, but good luck, motherfucker. The planet doesn't really exist. So he was taking his evidence that, hey, look, this motherfucker was there. Clearly it's not poisoned. So I can go back then? And she's just sort of like, this is the way. Which is Mandalorian for, God, just go fuck off.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand the setup, but it just felt so unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I did like that creature design, though. The crocodile, turtle... kaiju, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it believable that they were all trying to blow up the shell?
I thought they were the worst fucking Mandalorians ever. Jesus Christ.
This seems so strange. I don't even know how to hunt a turtle, but I would not try to hit its shell. That's what the shell's there for.
Right? And then everybody shoot your grappling hooks at it and hold, because clearly this thing doesn't outweigh all of us by a billion pounds. Yeah, I didn't like it. It didn't make sense for Mandalorians, which were expert warriors and expert hunters, and then to tell the kids to go fuck off. No, you're a goddamn Mandalorian. The second you are wearing that Beskar, even before that actually, you're a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
If you die, even as a child fighting, like you're dying as a Mandalorian is supposed to die. Like nobody's gonna cry about it because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
So, that kind of bothered me a little bit. I mean, I understand because people don't want to see children die. But yeah, it felt, and this is just the snooty Legends fan that I am. I'm like, nah, it's not how it is.
Nah.
Yeah.
Grabbing your balloon close. I might leave here.
Yeah.
I'm taking this with me. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's starting to bother me. When I watched it, I was just like, that's weird choices, but okay. I was still just sort of having fun. But now, if you put the Benny Hill track to that,
yeah,
it would actually be better as a scene.
Yeah.
Because then it would feel like the joke that it ended up looking like. I don't know. That kind of bugged me a little bit now, especially. Then his talking with the armor kind of bugged me because that felt totally superfluous. And then we get that great hyperspace scene with the Purgils.
Dude, I don't understand why people were losing their shit. Like, cool, we know that we're going to see them. Like, they exist in hyperspace. They are a species that is in canon.
Yeah.
Why is it that big of a fucking deal that a force-sensitive creature is going to see them in the vacuum of hyperspace? Like, cool. They're cool to stare at, but who fucking cares?
I thought it was very, very interesting because we've never looked around in hyperspace before. It's like still view, it's like front or back looking into a cockpit or out of a cockpit. Like that's the only views we ever get. And to think that there are these hyperspace traveling creatures and then to see them at scale, I mean, I thought it was awesome. And I thought his being afraid, at least my interpretation was he was afraid of all these monstrous sized creatures that are sort of paralleling his ship. I thought it was a great little moment of horror. And I really, really appreciated that.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool and all, but like, I mean, because I'm one of the unfortunate people that's still a sucker for social media. And yeah, just everybody's losing their shit over it. And it's like, cool. Like, we know that they exist. They're a species. And yes, we know that that somehow ties to Ezra. Yeah. Because this whole show is going to come to a head with meeting up with Thrawn and Ezra coming back with Thrawn. Like, we already know that. Like, so it's not that big of a fucking deal. It was cool, though. It was definitely cool looking.
Yeah, I like that we're probably not going to see Thrawn before the Ahsoka trilogy or series. No. And so I like that this is planting the seed now for people who didn't watch Rebels so that when they do see it later on, they're like, oh, okay. I already know that they hyperspace travel, so it's not, it's not like a shock to me at this point. I thought it was a nice little setup payoff, well, potential payoff in the future moment. And then Grogu's, of course, reaction to it, I thought was just adorable and snuggling up in that great scene with Din. And then he goes to, who did he go to next? It was
he went to
Navarro.
Grief Karga. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Grief Karga in Navarro. Navarro looked great. I'd move there.
Yep. Well, especially with how fucking bougie they are now. Yeah, hell yeah.
It reminded me of the movie of Deadwood that was based on the series, where it's like a fixed up Deadwood type thing. Hey, Pika fan, how you doing?
Yo.
I like seeing that. That was kind of cool. I don't know.
The pirates. Those pirates.
The pirates were awesome. Like everything about they had Quacky and monkey lizards just hanging out.
Yeah, that was pretty great too. Like
dope.
Hey, maybe that plants the seed for one of the fucking mega ones to come into play.
Yeah.
Probably never happened, but god damn it, I can hope.
Rip someone in half.
Hell yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd love seeing the Anzellans when he was there too. I don't know why, but I think that's the most adorable little alien.
Dude, it's one of those things like I fucking want to hate them so bad, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like Babu Frick, when I first saw the trailer, it's like, fuck that. Fuck you. I'm not gonna like that. And then 5 seconds in, it's like, you bastards got me again.
You won me over.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm as a part, like as soon as I saw that scene, I was like, I want one on my desk right now.
Yeah.
Like this must happen. He must be an accoutrement to my life. I don't know. I don't even know what it's about them. They're not even. They're cute. That's what it is. They're cute.
It's 100% all it is.
Yeah, it's like if my balls could walk and had like tools. Maybe that's why I like them. They remind me of
Maybe.
my
I mean,
balls.
that the hair is pretty similar, like weird patches of gray.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been looking at my balls. How did you know?
How did I know? 'Cause I don't know you very well. I haven't seen them almost every time I see it.
Some people shake hands. Some people show balls. All right. What do you want?
That's just what we do.
Yeah. Hey, other people did it different with COVID. I just started a different trend because of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, it's safer.
So, I'm imagining it. It's so gross. Just like wild hairs. Okay. So, I love that he went there.
Getting back to the Enzellans, yeah, the translation, Chris, was fucking hilarious. Especially because it's like, at some point, like, Mando finally, oh, okay, fine, I got your dialect. I can pick this up. And Grief Karga just, oh, yeah, this is what he said. And he's like, God, shut the fuck up, man. I'm talking to him. Yeah, it was stupid, but it was funny.
Yeah. I think pretty much all the humor landed for me in this episode.
Yeah, definitely. Because it was dumb funny, and that's great.
I found it a little bit unbelievable that he wanted to get the exact IG-88 model.
I don't.
Like, it got blown up. Like, what do you...
Yeah, but they fucking have half of his corpse just on parade, which I will say this right now. I want this on record. Like, this is YouTube. It's eternal. I want my remains to be put into a statue so all can come and see me. Like, fuck getting buried, fuck getting cremated. Just take half of me and stick it to a bronze statue. That's a boss-ass way to be remembered.
That's pretty cool.
It's fucking cool.
Just be like a
but no, I
scarecrow
totally,
in my
like,
yard.
it's set up because from day one of Mandalorian, he has always hated droids. And of course we understand why, because he was a part of the he lost his original family to the Clone Wars. So I totally believe it. Because that's the only droid he ever trusted. He still hates droids. Yeah. So I believe it. I mean,
But it was, I guess the only part for me is the fact that it was the software alterations that were made that he liked about it. It wasn't, and that's why ultimately he would go back to that one IG droid, because it presumably had that like imprinted. God. But that was learned behavior, and it took a while to teach him.
Well, now that you're talking about it, I'm realizing that's fucking stupid because, yeah, it has to replace the memory core. That's what's bad.
Yeah.
Then it's not IG-11 anymore. Then it's a different IG unit. God,
that's
a
stock unit. So,
yeah, that's dumb shit.
I just thought it was weird that that's the one that you ended up going back to because you just could not salvage that. Because now he's going to have to find a core, and they're going to have to make the choice of, well, is he going to have to go through the whole training thing, or are they just going to say they found default good guy software for the IG droid, which is fucking stupid and bullshit. So give me a training montage and I'll be happy with the IG.
Fuck yeah.
But sans the training montage, you can fuck off.
Oh man, it'd be so great if they found an HK unit memory core and put it in there.
Oh gosh. It just goes crazy, starts murdering him. That would be actually pretty cool. To fight his own dream. You know he's gonna have to fight him. I did love the Terminator vibe of that scene though, when they turn it on and it starts to try to kill him. I really appreciated that. Seeing the CPO, I don't know what the model is, the C droid.
Yeah, I don't remember.
C3PO droid, but anyway, the protocol droid, like just dropping the bust on it. I was just like, yeah!
Fucking one-liner. God, that was so good. That's using your head. So terrible, and I couldn't eat it up fast enough.
I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't bad like trolls talking as if their intellectual's bad. From other shows. Like, that was like offensively bad. This was just like, it's just like a quirky 80s sitcom bad, which is good. So it's not bad. I did love that pirate standoff thing, and just Din sitting there with his dick out, just like, do it. I'm gonna fucking kill you. But I loved how Grief was setting it up. Like, okay, Grief is a badass still. He's still got it. He's got game still. but he's trying to do better. He's trying to take care of this community and stuff and be a better businessman.
Now he's a high magistrate versus a regular magistrate.
Remember? High magistrate. And I don't know. I really like seeing people who are like, I came from street, but I can get back there if I need to. Right. Man, you typing a manifesto over there?
Yeah.
Oh, here's
why. This keyboard's really fucking loud.
So I love the whole interaction with him trying to get him to like buy oceanfront property. He was like, no, it's next to the hot springs. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. You can just, set up here and get it on the ground level.
Yeah, put up your blaster and fucking enjoy the fat of the land.
Yeah. I love the sales pitch. And then ultimately seeing him, of course he has to go on a side quest to find a new core or something. Did the creatures say they were going to do that, or did he say he has to go do that?
No, they said that they need it in order to rebuild him.
So he's got to go get it then. Okay. I couldn't remember if it landed the other way. So then he goes over to Bo-Katan. And this was the weirdest scene for me.
That was especially pointless.
I just don't understand why she went from a lifetime of zealotry, being in control, losing it, having to deal with Darth Maul and all that shit, and then suddenly just be like, I give up.
Well, it's because she lost again. Like, everybody fucked off because she lost the Darksaber. And it's like, but this isn't the first time she's done it.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, that would make sense as to why everybody fucked off again.
Yeah, this is a repeat problem. This girl can't hold the damn saber. All right.
It seemed pretty fucking pointless that she showed up, or that he showed up to her, because it's like, hey, where's your buddies? Oh, they left. Okay, I'm going to Mandalore. Okay. And that was the entirety of their conversation.
Well, there's like this little nudge where he's like, I don't believe you that it's poison. And she's like, it's poison. So it doesn't matter if you believe me or not, because I know. He's like, but I knew someone that went and they said it wasn't, so it's not poison. She's like, I'm telling you it's poison. You can't go there. And he's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to prove it. And he walks off. It's like, that's not your mom. Who gives a fuck? Why are you telling her? Why are you arguing about this?
Right.
Am I the only one that saw it that way?
Nope. Okay. Not at all.
It's just very whiny and weird. Like,
yeah.
Again, and that's what makes it feel like a filler. It's just like you're meeting up with all these people that we've already seen you meet up with to do what we already know you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. Why? Is it just to remind us? Is this like the prelude?
I guess it's
I love this.
The Ocean's 11 of the season, I guess.
Man,
like, these are all the people that are still here. Yay!
This is the team up. We'll get there. We gotta collect the crew. Get the crew back together. Blues Brothers it.
Yeah.
Get the band back together. All right. Well, I loved it before we started talking.
I did, man. Like I said, that the first watching, and it was so funny. I got into work and talking to one of my employees who is equally a fucking huge Star Wars loser like me. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, did you watch it? He's like, yeah. And I was like, what did you think? And he's like, I was like, I know, right? Like, I was so scared to say anything to anybody that I felt it was so underwhelming. He's like, yeah, me too. And then I talked to my wife about it because we watched it separately, and she's texted me pretty frequently throughout the day, and she's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to watch it. And I didn't realize that was the last time I talked to her all fucking day. She was scared to tell me that she was like, It was so funny that it's like, okay, cool. It's not just me being like, I guess I was being a poopy pants or something. No, It was a very underwhelming episode.
Man, it's just the Technicolor glow of the Mandalorian I got caught up in. It was just like, we're back, and I'm like, oh, rub it on my face.
You know, Chris, that's what I've been saying, is I think it's like tainted by how perfect it was. But at the same time, it's like the fucking second season was great, and the last half of the Book of Boba Fett where Din well, I guess not even the last half, the last 2 episodes where Din shows up, like that was phenomenal. Yeah, just this episode, it's like this could have been in the middle of the season, and I don't think I would have been as upset about it, I think.
Wow. Man, I can't believe I just did a whole 180 on this.
Oh, I did. I still like. Don't get me wrong. I liked the episode, but it was not. It wasn't an opening episode. Like beginning of the season, like the last 2 seasons have started fucking strong.
Yeah.
Like even the Book of Boba Fett, the first episode was pretty goddamn decent. And this was just. Man.
One thing I did notice that's really positive about it is that after watching like Obi-Wan, which felt so confined, like we only have this much of the volume space and everything inside you have to stay within, felt ultimately confined. And then we went to Andor and it was like, air. And this did not feel confined like Obi-Wan did. Like it actually felt like you could stretch out and there was like room and distance. And I think that was one of the things I sort of latched on to from the very beginning scene. I was just like, okay, they learned some lessons. Awesome. Because even going back and watching like the first season, it feels very confined.
Yeah.
Like in a now reflectively looking back on it in a painful way almost, but because it was all fresh, we didn't know any better. It was fine. But yeah, I don't know if they fixed whatever problem they had or if they're doing more open air sets. But man, I just loved that aspect of this episode a lot. I was only really feeling nostalgic vibes for Din's ship, and so everything else was just like, all right, let's get the story going. Let's roll it forward. And at the end of this, it didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I was really excited about the pirate scene because it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna get a new pirate group, and he's gonna like get boarded or something, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And then oh my god, there's this big fucking repurposed Hammerhead Corvette. Oh, this looks so badass. Oh, and this parrot looks so menacing. Nope. Presses the button and just booms away. And I was like, oh man.
I didn't like the pirate design.
I didn't either, but I wanted to see them fight. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Like it was very much Pirates of the Caribbean, but not as good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like preliminary designs of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I feel like trying to fight that character would be like trying to fight a car wash. Just those things like flipping around.
Yeah, it'd be fucking difficult, dude. Well, I guess it wouldn't be difficult for him because he's got a Darksaber. So he's fucking Nori's on the menu tonight, boys.
Hey. Yeah, man. That's... Huh. All right, I'd like to see him fight. That'd be cool. But the design, I was just like, this looks unfinished. Like there's something I'm missing. And I can't believe that in a show that prides itself in pure practical, was that pure practical? I can't even remember now. I just remember looking at it and going, that's fake as fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was.
I mean, I know that
sea creature monsters don't actually exist, Adam. But yeah, no, it's practical.
There's a pretty big gap between not existing and being believable. Like they were just at the tail end of that gap.
Yes.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to have like a side pirate quest, to be quite honest. I want to see what's going on with Mandalore.
Like, fuck up the pirates just then.
Oh,
like
right.
That's it. I don't need like an entire like episode. Just give me the last couple of minutes of him fucking their shit up.
Dude, that'd be awesome if at the end of every single episode this season, he has to do like one encounter with the pirates.
Right.
Just, like fights one guy or like breaks, I don't know, blows up one ship or something. That'd be fun. Just a recurring little pirate kill, just for fans.
That'd be great.
I'd like it. I'd watch it. So, I don't know what the fuck happened next. Nothing. That was it, right?
No, that was it.
Like it ended.
That was the end.
Fuck.
He's going to either find a memory core or go to Mandalore. Well, no, he has to find the memory core first because he's got to take the droid to Mandalore.
So, memory core episode next.
Yeah.
I was so excited to talk about this. Damn it.
You know what? I'm still fucking excited. because I'm getting. Yeah, it straight up was Pizza the Hut. Yeah, you're right, Chris. Just I didn't want. Well, no, I'd probably eat him too. Just throw some rice on him and it'd be pretty fucking dope. Not as good as Pizza the Hut. But like I'm still excited about the show. Like it's still a fun show. Like it doesn't have to be awe-inspiring each episode. Yeah. It should be, but it doesn't have to be. I'm excited to see where it goes, and it like presumably we're gonna get a bunch of Mandalore shit, and that's great. Like I want to see what happened to Mandalore.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously we saw what happened to it, but like how the planet is trying to heal itself. Like that's what I want to see.
Yeah, especially any other callbacks. Like I want to see all the Mandalorians get together and fight something again. Like we know that's happening. I think we've seen scenes from it, right?
So glad you put that in.
So great. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, did you have what's your favorite, least favorite of this episode?
So favorite, I mean, it's probably Grogu grabbing the little Babu Frick guy. Like that shit was, I mean, it was straight up a repeat of the shtick of him eating the eggs.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. I died every single time that happened. Funny as shit.
I would have loved to see him like have his mouth on it.
Right, that would have been hilarious. No, they're not pets. Oh. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good one. Do you have a least favorite?
Least favorite, I didn't really have a least favorite scene. It was just the feeling. Like again, I feel like this was a filler episode, and this is how they should have opened the season.
Yeah.
Like it's not bad, but it's not like, oh my god, it's fucking back and it's so good. It's just like, oh, cool. Let's see what happens with the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my favorite might have been just the Azalians or whatever the fuck they're called.
I think it's Anzellans.
Anzellans, yeah. It was probably them. My least favorite was him going back for that particular IG droid. That didn't make any sense to me in my head. So, yeah, next episode, I'm looking for him to get to Mandalore. I don't want to do like he gets to the chip manufacturer and they're like, oh, well, we're missing some copper. So can you go pick us up copper? And then he has to go get the copper. And, it becomes like a role-playing game. Where you just
we definitely don't need that. Because the thing is, like, we already know what Din Djarin can do. Mm-hmm. We know what Grogu can do. We don't need a character building season. Like, we've got the characters as they are, the dynamic between the two. We don't need anything else. Like, let's just see what they're going to do, not building them up. Like, it's not necessary.
What are you looking forward to next episode?
Story. Anything.
Give me some story.
Yeah, like, where's this season going to go?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what's going to happen.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, is there anything else you wanted to cover with this episode?
I mean, the one note that I had that we didn't really talk about was how they wrote out Carano's character.
Right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought they didn't draw attention to it, but they brought it up, so we're not like, well, what about fucking Heil Hitler lady? Like, so I that was okay in my book.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate too, because I thought that was going to be the original plan, was she's going to go do a spin-off show. And so if they just allude to that spin-off Special Forces show, then okay, we're not going to get it. We know that. Let's move on. And it's just a great way of writing her out. I loved it.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't really have anything else, so.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. It was a pretty light episode.
Yeah. Well, let us know. Thank you guys for tuning in live, by the way. But let us know what you thought about this. I mean, did it land for you? Were you really excited and fulfilled? Or on reflection, is it a little bit less exciting than you originally thought? Let us know in the comments below. We appreciate you guys' time and attention. I'm looking at my notes. We do have a store for all your scruffy looking Nerf Herder product needs. It's really just apparel, but you can get some.
But you can use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
So it's multi-purpose. It's not just clothes, people.
Yeah. You can wash your car with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can wipe up spills with it. You can soak up a little bit of pee on the edge of your toilet with it.
You could throw it at people?
Yeah, after soaking up the pee.
No, we don't sell cookies. But
we both make cookies.
Yeah.
We don't give them out. We eat them. All right. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, may the Force be with you.
Bye, new droid. This one, Poodoo.
Babu.